Hello there, guys. Welcome to part 3 of Code Veronica, the Dreamcast original. Just a chilled stream, and we'll just point out a few things that the X edition changed. But other than that, we'll just hang out and just play through a leisurely sort of pace, not speed running. No, it's not no damage run or anything like that. Just look to do a few cool little bits and bobs, and just talk about, and just basically hang out, chat Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
So last time we were very close to getting the proofs together and working toward the end of what was at the time Disc 1, when the game was still. Anyone who's played the GameCube version will know when the disc split occurs. So I've actually got to go and do the Albanoid next. Which I'm sure will go really well. Just do a little bit of housekeeping before we get going. And with that, that's the Alexia fight all sorted. I choose the bowgun technique for Alexia, the final fight. In terms of like visuals between the different versions of Code Veronica, before the HD version came along, there wasn't really much in it. The Dreamcast version is generally regarded as sort of the cleanest, particularly if you used a VGA box. But the PlayStation 2 had a really horrible blur filter. I can't bloody remember the password. What's the password, guys? Tell me it stores it as a file. Feel ashamed I can't remember that. 1, 2, 6. For some reason I thought the game input that code automatically once you'd seen it on the painting.
detected. Level 3. Emergency shutters will close.
You can very easily and rather embarrassingly die if you just dally here. I think I went in once with caution health, with an abundance of overconfidence, and ended up just getting shocked, like stun shocked, and died. And I don't think I'd saved. There we go. That's the painting. Certainly like to respawn the zombies in areas. They're very easy to burn through ammo. But the game isn't too difficult. Um, 12-8. Or 8-12. Actually, the right place. Amazing, just a few days off, my bearings completely go to hell. Trying to just, trying to process in my brain where I need to go next. It's already, it's only been, I think we did part 2 last Wednesday, and already I've just forgotten just little pieces of geography where I need to go. Oh god, you're going to see probably quite embarrassing performance on the Ashford lineage. I will not be showing off my lore skills here. I've gone through the wrong door as well. So they really bait you with these camera angles. Look at that. Exactly where he was. I could literally position Claire anywhere and the zombie would have been there. So, like I say, it's been a while since I've done this puzzle, so just bear with while I just try and remember this. The vase, gold teacup, and that's to Veronica, Stanley and Thomas, teacups. Right then. I am rubbish at this puzzle because I could just never remember it, so... Right, Veronica then. And one with the golden teacup. I've probably done this wrong. I think I've done this wrong. I have done this wrong. Shit. I suck so much at this puzzle, I tell you. There we go. Just got one. I just got it mixed up slightly. Ah. Be gone. Not again. To save a bit of ammo, I always clear the, the passageway with the bow gun. Just load it up with all the bolts and go crazy. Try and not get hit by the Bandersnatch. And fail. So where they were going. Just dead easy kills and saves you a bit of ammo. See how effective auto aim was there. And it aimed at the caution, can you believe? Aims me at the zombie on the tier above. I do wish I was a lot tidier at some of these plays. Like when I've been watching Cat play this, the way she can dodge zombies and things like that puts me, puts me to shame. I just do not have that kind of ability on these games anymore. I've never been particularly good at speedrunning or anything. I tend to not have the patience for it. But I do take my hat off for the people who can do it. One of the better, sort of more eerie rooms in the series. I love the creepiness of this place. Accompanied by a genuinely great soundtrack. I love the sort of idea that at this point in the game you have to sort of mimic what the Ashfords do and take the wings off the dragonfly, and then in the final part of the game, as you'll see, you have to reconstruct it, which I just thought was it sort of mimics Alexia becoming a sort of dragonfly creature at the end. And she evolves. So yeah, a really super complex sliding block puzzle here. There we go. And that's the final proof. The key to finishing disc 1.
Redfield, hold it right there.
We meet each other at last. A pity I must say goodbye so soon.
I am Alexia Ashford. For the pride of the Ashford family, I will kill you.
Wait! What's going on?
Steve! A secret door!
After her!
Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just a scratch.
This must be...
What? No!
Wait a second. What just happened?
So there never was an Alexia after all.
You mean he thinks he's two people? Okay, that's it. Let's get out of here.
The self-destruct system has
That
been
freak! He's trying to blow us up along with the entire facility. Come on, we gotta get to that airport.
Right.
Some genuinely great music about to kick in. I think there's one thing, despite your feelings about, you know, Code Veronica, whether you like it or not, for its introduction of more fantastical elements and stuff in the series, you can't deny it doesn't have a really great soundtrack. It's sort of one of the strongest ones, I feel. Oh, that's a hell of a shot. Nick, hello. You have saved this stream from being possibly the first, or potentially the first, with no viewers. You are the first. We've been streaming for nearly half an hour, and you are the first. So welcome and thank you for saving the stream from absolute despair. How are you, and how have you found E3? Has there been anything that takes your fancy? I don't know. I was a bit later starting tonight than I hoped. Unfortunately, I don't always think these late streams are to everybody's taste.
Those must be the remaining survivors.
We'd better get out of here too.
Right. Let's go.
But I don't want to go that way. Why are you taking me that way? Oh, I suppose I can go that way. Actually, I do need to go that way. Oh, nice. Which one? Which Centre Parks? I would agree with that. I think up until the Nintendo conference, the E3 show as a whole was really missing some Japanese touches, which I think traditionally, you know, Sony would have brought a bit of that had they attended. I think Microsoft's show was fine, but I don't think they really took advantage of the fact that they basically have the floor this year. Quite disappointed by you know, almost, you know, essentially a complete lack of Capcom. You know, I wasn't expecting like Resident Evil 8 or Remake 3 announcements, but you know, the fact that they had next to no presence at all was a bit, you know, a bit unfortunate, given how triumphant last year's one was. I know every year can't be the same as that, but
All personnel evacuate immediately.
No! We can't take off unless we raise the bridge.
Leave that to me. You stay here and make preparations for takeoff.
Has been activated.
yeah, I saw that just before I came on. Actually, yeah, it's really good. It's definitely time to pick one up. You're starting to see some quite ambitious projects like,
Has been
you know, like The Witcher 3.
all personnel.
I don't know how they're going to manage that, but you know, good luck to them. The ambition's impressive, and as a Sega fan, to see Panzer Dragoon there was
Self-destruct system
a real delight.
activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
I did not know that. Oh dear.
Self-destruct system
I can imagine they're quite a passionate community actually.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
800, Christ.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated.
Have you seen anything that'll convince you you're going to buy a Switch then? Yeah, it pressures on to not fluff this up.
All personnel evacuate immediately.
I don't have to do this puzzle now, do I? Do I?
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate.
Oh, have you picked one up? Oh,
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
I've not been on the social medias very much today, so I've missed it if you've announced that.
The self-destruct system has been
Oh, very good. Welcome
all
welcome to the other side of the fence. Umbrella Core is ready.
system has been
Get that physical purchase. Get yourself on eBay. Actually, I just best do a bit more housekeeping.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated.
At least as far as I'm aware, you're not a trophy hunter as such, are you? So you don't have to at least do all them again. I can imagine that would be, if you were, that would be quite quite soul destroying to have to do all that again. Well, I think we're about ready to go against Le Tyrant. Yeah, I'm a bit the same. There's certain games I like to make sure I've seen everything, complete it. But the Resident Evil games I'm not, bizarrely, not too bothered about. I used to back when I had lots of time. I even did the rocket launcher run on this. But not so much now.
I will not allow you fools to escape. This is what you get for trying to oppose me. Now feel my revenge.
It's a tyrant without a wrinkled face. I've got no game yet. We look forward to the Code Veronica remake. Don't give him a coat, keep him like this, but just pop a hat on him. Didn't think he took as much as this. Bloody hell. Was he always this tough? 12 acid rounds and a grenade. That seems ridiculous.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
I'm going to mess the plane fight up, I know I am. I'm just going to really screw this up. When Kat did it, she managed to do it all in one crate, you know, one catapult throw, and I don't think I'm going to be able to deal the damage. I know. I mean, I remember seeing in a magazine spread some pictures of Chris, so I knew there was a lot more to come, but it was still a great gift. I mean, this did feel massive at the time. It felt after, you know, not disappointed, but being sort of quite surprised at how short Resident Evil 3 was. This definitely felt like, you know, it was expanding, and this series felt like it was getting bigger. And
Took you so long. I was starting to get worried.
No time to explain. Let's go.
Right, we're out of here. Time to say goodbye to this death trap. You made it! Yahoo!
Ugh, it's finally over.
Claire, I'm sorry. I know I caused a lot of trouble for you.
No, it's okay. It was hard for both of us.
Well, I really hope you find your brother. I know what it's like to be alone.
Oh, Steve.
So, where should we go now? I can take you anywhere you want to go, Claire.
I hear Hawaii's nice this time of year.
You got it.
some early glimpse of some handgun ammo here. I seem to remember. Yep.
This game is not over yet. Now you will see what real terror is all about.
Hey! What the? The cargo room hatch is open.
I'll go back and check it out.
Thanks. I've unlocked the cargo room door.
Ready for embarrassment. If I do this first time, it'll be a miracle. Great music though. Yeah, I knew I'd mess it up. I'm gonna have to watch Cat stream back because I just don't know what I do wrong here. She made it look so easy. There we go. And for people who aren't aware, here's your man DIJ, cowering away from the tyrant.
What was wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just a giant cockroach that had to be stepped on.
What's happening?
I don't know. The plane just changed direction on its own.
The Expedition puts a few more little appearances in there for it.
My apologies, but I cannot let you escape now.
Alfred! You cross-dressing freak!
I get the feeling that that line wouldn't be appropriate today. I don't know whether that would fly.
Hey, where are we?
Huh?
He'd be dead chuffed to read that.
Degrees. That's the Antarctic. We're over the Antarctic.
What?
What's interesting is
Those are the seaplanes that left the island right before us.
Then that must mean
they actually did change Steve's hair in these cutscenes as well, which would have meant actually quite a, I imagine at the time, quite a bit of work and a little re-render. So this is where the disc swap would occur, and this is where you get, if you're doing a rocket launcher run where you need to do it with no saves, this is the only free save you get. It doesn't count to your saves, so you can do a you know, you can do the rocket launcher run in 2 sittings essentially. So I've just got to do a bit of tinkering, and I'll... So this was the same as the GameCube version. The GameCube version had a switch at the same time as well. So the easiest thing for me to do here would just be to just kill that while I do a bit of tinkering. And get the second disc queued up. And we're back.
Oh. Hey, wake up, Steve.
Oh. Oh. We're still alive.
Did you get out though, Nick? Tell me you survived. You put the correct jewels in the correct animal's eyes.
Thanks.
Oh, plane's trashed.
Oh, unlucky.
Let's split up and find another way off.
I've
this
heard the
oversized freezer.
escape
Right.
rooms are really difficult.
Okay, let's do it.
God, I really am going to struggle to remember the structure of all this. So again, this is another area that in the HD version really benefits from the darker presentation. These are actually like, you know, dark rooms as opposed to rooms with a really weird black fog on. Probably only got about another 20 minutes, and then that'll do for tonight. And we'll start with Chris next time. Had I more confidence, we would try Nosferatu with the knife kill, but I am unfortunately not that good. So it will be, you know, sniper rifle and probably just a standard takedown. But I don't even think I've got a knife. So it's really annoying. There's a pistol pickup there. Grab it. I don't think I've ever done it. I've only ever seen the knife kill. On YouTube. I don't think I've ever managed to do it myself. I get the feeling there's something else in there I need to get, but or is it for Chris later? So, it seems rather trivial now, but this room actually, this room does actually hold a little bit of significance, because when you finally get the diary open, this is the very first time the word Spencer's mentioned in a mainline game. Actually, I'm probably wrong about that, because it was probably the EX version of Resident Evil 2. Which came out first? I need to verify that, because I did for a long time think that this is actually the first time Lord Spencer is actually mentioned in the series. But this is the very first time you actually got some backstory about Umbrella. What was frustrating was when Zero came out, it didn't have any mention of the Ashfords in its establishment of Umbrella, and you get your first mention of Trevor in the series, obviously, because this was pre-remake. So you actually get quite a lot of lore here, and it's things like that which is why I really champion this game for its addition to lore. This was, before your archives, before your remake, did actually add a lot. For a long time, if you wanted your backstory to Umbrella, this was where you got it. It hinted at a much larger world, which I found fascinating at the time. God, messing this completely up. Oh, typical. As someone who suffers very serious arachnophobia, as I've said in the Outbreak streams, these ones don't trigger my arachnophobia, thankfully. That's your first glimpse of the cold python. I can't do that, it doesn't actually matter if I do that now. So I can't. I don't actually think there is a need for Claire to come in here. Apart from the mining room key, yeah, that's okay. I haven't wasted a trip. as you can see, these days I don't favour dodging, choosing instead to just burn through ammo and just simply remove obstructions. I find it far less embarrassing on stream to take out a few enemies than just let them hopelessly tear me to bits while I try and hopelessly dodge them with my inferior abilities. Behind me. Was that the only panel in here? I think it was. It is bizarrely kind of like one, isn't it? For all the Umbrella mail. Didn't realise there's quite so many herbs in here. This game is very generous with health. Which is why I'm not too bothered about making a few double greens and healing up every now and then, because I've already got quite a bit. I love the atmosphere of this place now the power's on. The music in the background, so sort of chilling. Come back, Python. It's interesting the change of pace once you get to Antarctica, because like Rockfort Island is actually quite it's quite backtracky, with a lot of you covering the same ground quite a bit, just moving stuff from one place to the other. This, by comparison, is actually quite linear with its puzzles. There's just a basic sort of structure to what you need to do, and that's so annoying. Managed to avoid being poisoned though, which is nice. I do think the second part to this game is quite a lot better to the first. You start to see the ants crawling around. So it's getting to be the point where you have to start thinking about what you're going to leave for Chris. And what I tend to do now is I tend to leave literally everything and take and use what's left of the calicos, because you get the sniper rifle to be able to beat Alexander in 3 shots if you're hopefully good. So just to avoid any eventuality, I'll just take. In-game Claire looks very similar to RE2 Claire actually. They did a really good job. Why am I having a mental block here? I wish I had a way of stream. I wish I had a capture card to be able to bring the HD version. Word of warning, Nick. Though, do not buy Code Veronica port off the. I know you don't tend to buy digital stuff anyway if you can help it, but
about 7 miles away from here.
the EU PS4 port of Code Veronica is
Great
not
news.
good.
And take a look at that. It's a digging vehicle. If we break the wall with it, we might have a chance.
Okay, let's do it.
Until Dawn's brilliant. I think that's a genuinely great game, Until Dawn. I was very surprised by how much I got into that.
Steve, watch out!
He's useless, isn't he?
Toxic gas. It's all my fault.
Don't say that. Listen to me. We'll escape from here. Together. Come on. We've got to shut off the gas. If we split up, we'll have a better chance of stopping it.
Okay.
How? How does
Steve.
split?
Don't forget. We'll get out of here. Together.
Oh shit! I've just remembered you've actually got to examine the socket before it will I don't think I can go around now and get it changed until you examine the socket and try it. If you examine it first before you come and get the valve handle, it's fine, but I don't think it'll let me change it in the cutter. Might be wrong. Oh, yeah, proper shape should be determined first. This is a speedrunner's curse, this one. If you forget to do it, it can be all the difference. It's one of those things you need to set a little mental reminder for yourself. Do not forget to. And the thing is, a simple little mistake like this means you've got to go up against the moths unnecessarily. It means risking poison again, and it's just very typical. Look at that, and then I've been grabbed as well. Little mistake, it costs you so much time. Zombies just right. Don't they have a limited amount of uses in this, or is that remake? That's all you've got to do, just to quickly examine that. And then it'll allow you to change the valve handle. You're having a laugh. You're actually having a laugh. Did RE2 even have blue herb stations? Did it? Oh, it did, didn't it? Yeah, it had them in the sewer where the rotating turntable is. Yeah, of course it is. Nearly there, guys. Nearly there. So it's quite cheap of the game there to oh, just made a wrong turn. To repopulate areas like that. Where did they come from in the time I've taken? I digress. There is a need to use it now.
We're safe now. Think again, Claire.
I shall enjoy watching you shriek in agony.
Not this time!
You gay!
What was that?
Early glimpse of his earring.
Claire, what are you doing? Let's go! Are you ready? I'm gonna bust through that wall.
Go for it!
Right. Claire, maybe we can escape through there.
Come on, let's go!
I will find it highly unlikely I will do this first time.
Claire, come on! Finally, we can get out of this insane place.
So, yeah, I just want to just check. Is it? Yeah, no, MR7. Said to Sonny I'd have a look next time I played it.
Okay, let's go!
Come on, let's go! What, are you scared? Move it! Ah! Ah!
Steve!
It is a set piece.
Hold on, I'll wait for that monster and come back.
Claire, forget about me. Run!
I forget the range of the sniper rifle. View is just terrible. That's one wasted shot. Just can't bloody see him. Two wasted shots. One of three. Just get hit by this flurry. Two of three. Oh, of course you can't heal from this poison, can you? It just changes what Chris has to do later. How many bullets have I got left? 2 shots left. And 1 to make. Well, I had 1 miss. Oh dear. Oh, it's terrible. The irony. Oh, there we go. The irony that they give you a sniper rifle in the boss fight with the worst visibility in the game is not lost on me. I thought the boss fight had started
Okay,
there.
let's go.
The controls are so fiddly, they really are. One. 2. And I fucked it up again. There we go. No exciting ending for this one.
Steve!
Are you all right?
I was hopefully going to get that last shot, but
Claire.
alas.
You're alive. I'm sorry. I failed you.
Don't worry about it. Let's go.
I like Alison's line delivery there because it's almost like she's beginning to get tired of just him moping around and apologising all the time.
I swear I'll protect you next time, Claire.
It's really it very very well characterised Claire is in this.
We did it! We're finally out!
Look, there's a snowmobile over there.
Now I will say, I think this scene is one of the best directed in the entire series.
We'll be able to ride
This
right over to
sequence.
the Australian base with this.
Yeah.
I think the juxtaposition of Alfred dying while Claire and Steve get away with the music, I'm just going to let it play, I think it's brilliant.
I won't forget about this, Claire. Alexia.
I just think that's awesome. I think I gave it 9. I might have even given it a 10. I'd need to listen back, but it was very high. It's a top tier game for me. This is an S tier. And then you have to bear in mind that when this first came out,
the lead given to me by Leon has brought me here.
when Chris Redfield's your favourite character, this was a moment I'd waited years for. You know, there was 4 years between the original game and this, and that felt like an eternity back then. This is a hero's arrival.
Don't worry, Claire. I'm coming to save you.
I like to think, although I don't know why he's holstered a Glock, but I always like to think that his samurai edge was in the bag that gets dropped.
I didn't expect to find another living person left on this island. Who are you?
I came here looking for a certain girl.
Hello, Italy NX.
A girl?
You guys have just joined as I'm about to finish, unfortunately.
Have you seen anyone named Claire Redfield?
Did you just say Claire?
You know who she is, don't you?
Don't worry about her. I helped her escape. Several planes took off from this island not long ago. While I can't say for certain, she was probably on one of them.
No problem, we'll be back again soon.
I see. I guess my sister owes you. Thanks for helping me.
Everyone's gone. I may be the only other person left. Go on. Follow your sister and get off this island.
Rodrigo gets a rough ride through this game. And, unfortunately guys, that's where I'm going to have to leave it. But thank you very much for joining it. I'm sorry I'm ending it just as quite a few people are joining, but I will try and get the final part of the game up by the weekend. I'm going to have a word with Sonny and JC Wesker to see if they're up for doing some outbreak scenarios on hard difficulty this time, so that'll be very entertaining. I'm sure watching us stumble our way, you know, it's hard enough on normal at times, you know, so I'm sure very, you know, hard and very hard are going to be a bit of a riot as we fail again and again until we get it down. So yeah, hopefully you guys will join us next time, and I'll get this uploaded to YouTube if you guys wanted to watch the whole thing. For the first sort of half, it wasn't really a lot of talking because I was pretty much on my own. But thank you guys for joining again, and I will see you very soon. Take care and keep your eye on Twitter, and there'll be some more Project Umbrella podcast updates soon as we start to pencil in a little bit more content to do through the summer. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.